All right, let's try another video here. Here's a follow-up video to the argon regulator video I did. Random thoughts here. I got some offshore chainsaw parts. Nothing good to say there. I have some Western Enterprises the argon splitter here. I also have a new TIG welder. I settled on the Aspect 230 AC DC. I moved up from a Squarewave 200 into this thing. It was time. I was 5 years into that machine. And definitely was looking forward to some of the features on the Aspect 230, including more power duty cycle, better control of your argon gas. And if you've been paying attention to this stuff, you know that argon ain't cheap, especially now. And I'm trying to do as much as I can to limit my trips to the Messer gas or Lindy, whatever you want to call it nowadays, and reduce my consumption, improve the quality of product I'm putting out for my clients now. All right, there's just a brief snapshot of what I got going here. A little bit of follow-up of the video for the flow meter I talked about the other day. That's a 27 PSI output flow meter. The 50 PSI ones, I believe, a little bit more calibrated for a make situation. And that one right there is a Pro Stank or a Poo Star or Pro Star, whatever you want to call it, from Praxair. And when I opened up the package, there was a Victor 1425, can't remember the last couple of part numbers there, instruction manual. So that's a Victor part, rebranded as a Poo Stank or Pro Star or whatever you want to call it. Otherwise, that's just standard rubber cable, 10 feet long, going into a Western style disconnect. I got a lot of fittings in between here, so they're all checked with soapy water under pressure to make sure there's no leaks. But I'm going to replace this. This is going to be my purge line, and I want to show you what I have planned. So I picked up a Western 411. This is a Y splitter. That'll come right off the flow meter. Okay, and then I'm going to feed the welder, and there's a reason for this, with this custom-made PTFE braided stainless steel hydraulic line. And I did some reading. Apparently, some of the rubber materials can not be so impervious to moisture and oxygen over time. They can degrade. And one of the better materials is PTFE. I'm not going to spell out that chemical composition for you. And you can see I've got the required adapters and fittings. Another benefit of doing it this way is we're stepping down the inner diameter down to 3/16 of an inch versus a quarter. And we've shortened up the length and stiffened the hose. So what that is going to do for us is reduce the argon surge when your pre-flow initiates, which can lead to dirty starts because you're drawing in oxygen and you don't have complete smooth flow when it gets going there, especially if you're going to run a smaller cup like an 8 cup or whatnot. Anyway, I just got a couple of 1/8 NPT fittings and a NPT union into the, I guess, stock AeroQuip or Fairview fittings into the custom length of braided PTFE hose right there. And just a couple of those unions there, got those from Home Depot. Take a look at that name for the woke people out there. I wonder how long that's going to last on the shelves. Put a comment down below to see how long that PC name or un-PC name will last. Have fun with that. I'm not going to do that, but you guys can have fun. All right, chainsaw parts. Cheap chainsaw parts from China. Long and the short of it, don't even bother. Here's why. I ordered a high top kit for my 365X torque, and I got this. The cover's actually on there right now. It's buried in my saw shelf. It's not seeing much action these days because I'm too busy in the shop. So here's why this isn't going to work. This will fit the original OE Edition 365 372s, but it won't fit the X torque because the bolt pattern is slightly different. Also, it won't fit this high top style filter because there are no provisions to put the threaded hardware in. And the third and the worst reason to stay away from this junk, and I really mean junk, is that this fitting right here is the same size and it will not nestle inside. So that'll drive you up the wall and you'll throw all the stuff away. You can actually use this on a low top to convert, but you're getting 3 incompatible parts. And this is good for nothing. This is only good for the OEs. And this crap won't even bolt onto there for the balance of high top parts. So don't even waste your money on this Chinese 372XP, 372X Torque high top kit. Don't even bother. All right, moving along, Composite parts there. Apparently that's the best way to buy isopropyl alcohol, 20 liters, about $200. If you buy it in the 4-liter quantities there, you're gonna pay a lot more based on localized prices of isopropyl. There's another Composite part for a client. It's a seat shell per their spec. I make no commentary on what that's going into. All I'm doing is accommodating their needs for repair parts. Got some carbon fiber up there, and very surprised my distributor not knowing that that's 2x2 twill. They had it marked down as 8 harness satin weave. And another, I wouldn't say thing I was too thrilled about, as I'm using this just standard best phenylamine epoxy kit here, and I've been through a lot. I kind of avoid the West systems. I don't see the value. But this is the backside of one quantity. They give you no volumetric content here. They only give you weight. So when I open this up, you buy a gallon kit, you anticipate you're going to get a full gallon of part A and a quart of hardener for a 5-to-1 system. Well, you open it up and you get about 3 liters, and then you get a liter there, or whatever the 5-to-1 ratio works out to. So you're paying for airspace there, and they've dumbed it down by raising the price point lower. But a couple of years back, I mean, you would get a full gallon, but now you pay more and you get less. So that's disappointing. I'd rather pay more and get exactly the quantity I was getting. But if you see this brand of epoxy, just know you're not getting a full gallon of A. You're getting whatever totals a 5-to-1 ratio of this in a 1 gallon total system. All right, so hopefully that helps somebody out. And I wish I had more to say about the Aspect 230 AC/DC. I've got quite a bit of casting work coming in the aluminum side of things, so I'll be able to play with the EN/EP amplitude offsets here. And I've used it very briefly just to whip something up for an air compressor intake, but it's been sitting under a towel, keeping the dust off of it while I'm going crazy into this composite stuff. So if anybody wants to hear more about the Aspect 230 AC/DC, put a comment down below, and we'll try and get some of those questions answered, because there's not a lot of information out there. There's one video, Doomsday Diesel has one, and Urchfab has one. So check those out for the details. But this is basically Lincoln's response to the Dynasty. And I wouldn't say it's close to the Fronius Magic Wave 230i in terms of features and expandability, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to use this thing for its full features. But it's going to be a big step up from the Squarewave in terms of duty cycle and features and whatnot. But it's a good fit for me now. And anybody thinking about upgrading from Squarewave to this, put a comment below. I'll see if I can find some time to get on this and do some screwing around before the work comes in for it, probably in about 2 weeks. And hopefully I can answer some of those questions. All right, thanks for watching.